Wave high.
Just like turn close to the lens. On the last one. Okay, right before class, I was like,
Hello, Lauren. Hello.
can I compare? I only have like 2 notes.
Next one had questions. I didn't know what to do with it.
So these are my answers. That's good. I'm not. I got like that one and then that one.
Hey, Hannah.
And that one. I got part of it. And I didn't get that one. That one and then proof like what the heck is that?
For the proof, I only got these to give.
I just didn't give it.
That's what I was doing. Nothing.
I figured this out.
Did you try? Yes, forever. It was so
The other day.
I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. I know I was. But it just didn't end. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. See, I even like wrote it down so I could like think about it and look at it when I was doing this over here.
You get for like the first one.
But I didn't, it just.
I got 75 and 15. Oh.
Yes.
I got 18.
I got 15.
And 70. There's
Wait.
because you have to subtract 90 from it, so you get the other angle. So you got 15 and 75. So you got. I got 18 and 74. 27. I didn't get 27. She got 29.
Wait.
I got
Sarah, what did you get for number 1?
Okay, and then 31 I didn't finish it. But like the one of 72. I got 28 and 19. For VOD is 30.
And then I got
19.
30.
So I figured out part of it.
I didn't get anything for 27. It's like, didn't know how to exactly answer that.
I probably didn't
Just
have.
like,
Because they have 2 answers for each one,
7.
right?
Because like with it for 25.
I'll ask her.
Oh, for 25 I did.
Oh my goodness, can I
Because
take
each of
that?
them, I got 8.
Oh.
There's like each of the 19 and
I
you
didn't
figured it
like
out.
give up. I just like
Because there was
didn't
like
know
one
what
that
to do.
Okay, we got
to like
this
try to
other.
figure it
So,
out.
and then you
Okay,
start like.
that's good.
What's
the angle?
wait.
That's my answer.
Okay, what's
I made it for.
I don't have any answers. Morgan's gonna answer this real quick.
I know it.
What number?
And Adam, what did you get for 29 and 31?
I got them look at me.
Oh, so you know the top.
I got 80 and 71.
I don't know.
80 and 71 don't add up to
29.
equal 90. Wait, what number are you on? 29?
29 and 31.
29, I got 60. I got 70.
I got 80.
That's what I got.
I got 60.
Yay. I got 70.
I got 10 for all.
29.
Wait, what?
70.
Hannah.
I did not really know how to answer 27.
Okay, what did you get for 33? Yes, okay.
I just
I
said
can't figure it out.
33, I didn't either.
Hannah.
Did anybody do 33?
What do you get? Okay, we're together. So I got.
all I got was the
Like, how
first
many-
2
how
givens for
many-
33.
5 times the other, so 5 times.
Sorry. Okay, so did you do
7.
any of it?
I tried really hard this morning for a long time. Like I was on their track, but I couldn't figure out like, cause I was doing like I picked like 90 and like, divided by 3 or something, and then did that times 5 and like put the numbers together, and then I never came up with anything to equal 90. So I was really confused, cause like I thought it was gonna take, but it just didn't work.
You would add the x's, right?
There's different
Okay, you get
ways.
6.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but
I don't know if I'm alright or not. This is what Amory got.
Writing it out with like a lot of numbers, like,
And then you divide by 6 and x equals 15. So one of them is 15 and then the other 99 is 15 is 75.
What'd you get for her? Okay, so you set it up, you had.
I got 71.
I got 38.
I got 57.
Wait.
Did you get 57? I did it with
Wait, Wolfie,
You
what'd
got
you get?
57?
Wolfie, what'd you get for 31?
Wait
What'd you get for 31?
57. Could have been a 5.
I got 71. How did I get 71?
Alright.
Yes.
Did you say 31 is 57?
Other than the proof, what questions do you have? Aaron?
27.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, 27. The measure of a supplement of C is 4 times the measure of a complement of C. Find the measure of angle C. Okay, so how do we represent the supplement of C algebraically?
I like 4C.
Okay, that's gonna be part of it, because it says 4 times, but if I say that I have angle C, its measure is C, what would be the measure of the supplement of C? Okay?
Can I do 5C equals 180 and then do 5, 180?
Possibly. I'll have to look at that, Sarah.
180 minus C.
180 minus C, right. The supplement of C would be 180 minus C, and they also talk about the complement. What would the complement of C be? Yeah. 90 minus C. Okay, so the measure of the supplement is means equals in algebra, is 4 times the measure of the complement. Find C. That would be the equation that you would use. And if we work it out and we get C and you got C using another equation or another way of doing it and you got the same answer, then that's fine too. So we'll have to distribute the 4. So 180 minus C equals what?
360
360
minus
minus 4C. Okay, and what would I need to do next to solve that?
Get C on one side.
Get C on one side, I'd probably add the 4C, but you can move it to either side. So 180 plus 3C equals 360. Subtract 180. So 3C equals 180, and then you would divide by 2. So you should have gotten C equals what? 60. That's how you would do 27. Morgan?
Can you do 29, please?
Does everybody have 27 down that needed it?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, 29. Says angle AOB is 160, measure COF. Okay, AOB whole big angle is 160. So we need to find angle COF. Can anyone tell us how you went about doing that?
It's probably wrong, but it says that C is the middle of AOB in the information above.
Right. Mhm.
So you would divide 160 by in half, and then I got 80, and then above it says that D is the middle of BOC. So you would divide that in half again, 80 in half. So then I got 40, and then E is the middle of BOD, which you divide it in half again, which is 20, and then BOEF is the middle of that, so then you get 10. Yeah.
Okay, so I agree with your logic. So COB is 80, and then DOB is 40, and EOB is 20, and so then FOB is 10. So how can I use that information to find the yellow angle? It's me.
Well, I took, after I did like that, I took 160 minus 80 because you wanted to find OC, and so you got to subtract the top half. And then I took 80, which was what it equals after I subtracted 80, and I minus 10 because that's what was like, left on the bottom, and so then I got 70.
That's correct. Okay. Since this little angle here is 10, and we know that the whole thing from COB is 80, we would do 80 minus 10 to get the yellow angle, which would be 70. Okay. Other questions on that section, Erin?
Could you do 25, because I heard like a bunch of different answers for this one going around. 25. I don't know if I should.
Can I ask a question on 29 real fast?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how, but I got 60. Did I like?
Possibly you could have done 80 minus the 20 and not divided the 20 by 2 again. I'm not sure
Okay.
what you did.
Okay.
Probably multiple ways we could have gotten that. 25, two angles are complementary. One is 5 times the other. So I'm going to say that the first angle is x, and the second angle is 90 minus x. So one is 5 times the other. So we could say, well, maybe that's not the easiest way to do it. No, that's not the easiest one. Let's just say one angle is x, and then we'll say the second angle then is 5x, and since they're complementary, we'll say that they add up to equal 90. So 6x equals 90. So x would equal 15. It says find the measure of each angle, so one angle would be 15, and the other angle would be 5 times 15, which would be 75. Okay. Other questions? Valid?
Oh, never mind, you said you're gonna do the proof, right?
Yeah, I'll do that last. Anything else besides proof? Sarah? 31. 31? Is that all of them then?
Yeah, I guess you could have just said do all of them.
Okay. Okay, angle BOD is equal to DOE plus 19. Okay, let's stop that. BOD. And then we have DOE. Okay, and we want to know what COE is. Okay. And I know that OE is the bisector of DOB, is that right? Yes. Okay. So this and this are congruent. And what was I starting with? BOD equals DOE plus 19. Pink equals DOE plus 19. So what does that tell me, Sarah?
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the BOD equal DOC?
Yes.
So like they're congruent.
Yes. Because also OD bisects COB. And since they're telling you that the pink or the yellow angle, no, BOD is DOE plus 19. Okay, yeah, so the yellow angle, DOE plus 19, you can't see that anymore, equals the pink angle, right? BOD, yeah. And I also know that angle DOE plus angle DOE equals angle BOD. So therefore, each of these angles are congruent. So each of them has to be 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I was just gonna say, do you have to break it up for the unit to get the answer, or did you get it from here?
Well, you could get it from there because we know that, so each of these is 19, right? And we want, and so then DOC is gonna be 2 times that because it's bisecting it, so what's 19 plus 19 or 2 times 19? What? 38. So it would be these two put together, so it'd be 38 plus 19.
Oh, crap.
So 57. Okay, and 33 then. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in 33. That someone who didn't have any steps written down at all. I'd like for you guys to at least try. Just doesn't have to be right or perfect. But you've got to try if you're going to get this. Okay. And I didn't think it was that hard of a proof, actually. And start with the given. I would probably say both of these, x, t, y, and t, z, and that's given. And so then what do I know because of that? Hannah?
TZ bisects XTY.
Mm-mm. No, it does not bisect it.
Oh.
Bisect means it has to cut it in half. Wolfie?
That the x, t, y, t's in the middle, and then t has its own ray of tz.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And it's the, it's the,
If I just look at this picture, what do I know?
It's supplementary.
They're
Yeah.
supplementary angles. And I know that because I have a line segment and I have a ray that's coming off of that line segment. So the line segment means that the two exterior sides of the adjacent angles form a line. So I can use theorem, I think it's 2-1, yeah. Theorem 2-1 says if the exterior sides of two adjacent angles lie in a line, then the angles are supplementary. So I'm going to say that angle XTY or XTZ and angle ZTY are supplementary angles because of theorem 2-1. And there's no other nice name for that theorem, so we do need to memorize it. Okay, so then where could I go from there? Okay.
Angle 1 is congruent to angle ZT.
Okay. That's given. Okay. So then, what can we say from there? Okay.
I want to, what you're trying to prove, there may be step in between, but that angle 1 is supplementary to angle ZTX, which is substitution.
I'm trying to think if we need anything else, because yeah, I can see where you're going with that. I don't think we do need, well, we might want to say, yeah, let's go with that. So, since I know that these two, CTY is congruous to angle 1, then I can just substitute in angle 1, so angle, wait a minute, XT or ZTX. Oh yeah, okay. So angle 1, and I just put the letters in a different order. And angle ZTX are supplementary angles because of substitution. Okay. Questions? Sarah?
Can you do another one, but differently and so we can see?
Yeah, I planned before we get started. I've had this on my calendar, but I keep forgetting to tell you, but, we're actually gonna have a quiz tomorrow on the first 3 sections, but there's not going to be any proofs. There's not going to be any where you have to say the reasons, and there's not going to be any where you have to come up with the whole proof. But I want you to know all the kinds of the angles, and we've been working on that. I don't think it's a stretch for you guys to be able to do that tomorrow. So whatever we have time left, I'm gonna do number 34 with you guys, but I just want you to know, since I keep forgetting to tell you, kind of important that you know that there's a quiz tomorrow. Your assignment for tonight is going to be to do the self-test, which is on page 50, and the quiz will be very similar to that, and the answers to the self-test, remember, are in the back of the book. So basically you need to know the types of angles, which are like, you need to know what adjacent angles are, you need to know what vertical angles are, all of this is in your notes. Congruent angles, acute, right, obtuse, and complementary, and supplementary angles. I do apologize, I don't like to give you such short notice, but I think you guys will be fine since the proofs are mainly what we're struggling with. And then you need to know the definition. This is all about angles. You need to know the definitions of interior, not like memorize the definitions, but just know what it means. Interior, exterior, and angle bisector. And the two the postulates and theorems that you need to know, there's only 2, and that is the angle addition postulate. There's more than that in this section, but these are the important ones. The angle addition postulate and theorem 2.1. You need to know what those say. You don't need to know word for word what they say, but you need to know what they mean or what they tell us. So again, I'm going to make the quiz basically like the self-test. So if you do the self-test tonight and you know what all of those terms mean, you will be fine. We will have time for questions at the beginning of class tomorrow. Questions now? Okay. So I just want you to do self-tests, practice. There are no proofs. You won't have to say the reasons. You don't have to do a proof. But I just want to see where you guys are at as far as what you know about all the types of angles we've discussed so far. Sarah.
Is there going to be like problems to do, or just like what's the definition of adjacent?
Once you do the self-test, you'll like you might have to name an angle, or you might have to draw a picture of an angle.
So like none of it won't be like the stuff that we did on homework last
No.
night.
No. It's mainly concepts. Okay, so I just want to know that you know the concepts.